What does it mean to be happy? 'Cause it looks like we all don't know. Glass half full or empty. Let me just put them on the show. I try to look to the heavens to tell us things that we beg to know. Like what did this all mean if there's no tomorrow? Oh, you know I try to find a purpose in my life to drive me, to guide me. Oh, doctor, I feel that inside. Try to be happy, but I guess that I just don't know. I feel so empty, so I'm just putting on a show. I try to look to the heavens to tell us things that we beg to know. Like what did this all mean if there's no tomorrow? Oh, you know I try to find a purpose in my life to drive me, to guide me. Oh, doctor, I feel that inside. Oh, doctor, I feel that inside. That inside. That
Hello. I realized that the bot that I use for chat doesn't work for YouTube, which is really cool. So I was trying to set up a new bot, and it also doesn't work for YouTube. I mean, it's supposed to, right? But it just doesn't. So I was trying to get that to work for like, I guess not that specifically, but I was working on the bot for like an hour, and then I was like, yeah, I should actually stream. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stream. Also, I have to be very careful with copyrighted music once again, because YouTube doesn't support a VOD channel, which is really cool. And by really cool, I mean it sucks. I also don't have 37 deaths. Whoops. Do I have a note of that already? Hold on. Sorry. I know exactly what I'm doing. I do have a note of that already. Okay, I don't think I died at all in American Nightmare yet, so I just need to reset my counter. Okay, that's better. So I think we've collected all of the parts. Oh, this looks... That was a weird angle. What achievements do we have that we wanted to get? Yeah. Coolant tanks. So maybe there's multiple levels. Probably. There must be. There's not an FOV setting, is there? Sorry. Oh. Wow. Game looks better. Look at that. Ooh. So how is this going to work out? Like that, I suppose.
Time to make some serious changes.
The wheel was in place, the oil was flowing, the battery was attached, the lights were blinking, the CD was playing in the boombox. Am I supposed to attach? Is this where you attach the battery? Place the battery. Switch the warning lights. They use such good music, but obviously it's all copywritten. Oh, and it's just going to keep playing the music. I guess I could turn the music off, couldn't I? That's going to turn off all the music, won't it? That's so unfortunate. I'm sure this lady's really excited to see me. After I crashed a satellite and blew up an oil well. This game really does look much better when you actually turn the graphics up.
Somebody! Help! They're trying to get in! Help!
I'm here! Just keep your head down!
I think I hear more of them!
Yeah, I think I noticed.
Fuck it. The old fuck it flare.
That's the last of them. We're good.
What the hell was that?
Easy. I got him. You're safe. I need you to tell me what you know about him. The guy who looks like me.
There was a party in one of the rooms. It was pretty wild. I'm not sure which room it was in.
You didn't attend.
No, I wasn't there. But it got way out of hand. Anyway, I heard that he went to the diner and there was a fight there or something. Maybe you could find out more from there. I got some keys that you could maybe use.
You just happen to have the keys, huh? Fine. I'll take a look. Stay here.
Like hell. I'm getting out of here as soon as you leave so I could close up this place and go home.
Emma, you really want to stay here in the light.
Yeah, thanks for the advice, but I'm not sticking around. Just go already, okay?
Are you okay?
I guess. Thanks for the help. Were those what'd you call them? The Taken? What are they?
It's complicated. Short version, the darkness can take people over. That's why I had to destroy the oil derrick. Otherwise, they would have overrun the place.
Wow, I didn't think you'd actually do it. I mean, I didn't think it'd work. That's crazy.
Let me just try one more time at the risk of sounding like a broken record. It's bad out there. I don't want you hurt. You should stay put.
Yeah, while you turn this place into an inferno, run around shooting things up and play some kind of weird games with your psycho evil twin. Don't get me wrong, you're nice for a weirdo. I'm impressed as hell by all of this, but enough is enough. I seriously just want to get out of here, okay?
So now I need to find... Oh yeah, see, there's no music. I guess maybe there just isn't music anyways, but... It's just like uncomfortably quiet now. Cool.
A poltergeist. Its existence is one of rage and hostility, and its very presence turns ordinary objects into deadly projectiles.
Oh, shit!
He has a damage stain animation. Now that's pretty cool. He definitely didn't before.
The scene. Traces of violence. A callous midnight snack. A room key left carelessly behind. The man recognizes the enemy's handiwork.
I think these are keys for the motel rooms. Satellite and now this? That place might be involved.
Really, no manuscript pages. That is surprising to me. Probably gonna get attacked out here, right? I feel like I would have to. Like per the rules of game design. You never know where those pesky pages could be hiding.
Emma Sloan was a believer in a great many things, most of which were entirely fallacious.
Dang, we're gonna have to fight her.
Emma Sloan, an innocent victim of his dark half. More collateral damage in the ongoing war. Damned by forces beyond her control, as much as by her own actions.
Oh, does the motel sign give off light? It must, right? That's why those guys got destroyed? Maybe? Very confused if not.
Damn it! Why didn't you listen?
Why is my flashlight out? Weird. That dude looked like a Garrett. I don't know why. He just had big Garrett energy. How did I know that the key only opened to this door?
My own face peered back at me from the TV screen. For a moment, I struggled with the sensation of déjà vu. How many times have I seen myself like this now? And then there was that easy grin that never seemed quite as quick or natural on my own lips. The dark, malicious twinkle in the eyes. And I knew who I was looking at. As he pulled back and revealed the room behind him, my throat went dry. There was nothing I could do but watch.
Michael Farabee, dead, tortured, dressed in clothes that bore the name of a local observatory. A slim lead, but solid enough. It stirs something deep in his mind. He knows where to go now. The observatory. Hot on the heels of the Herald of Darkness, the Champion of Light forges on to see the stars.
Wait. It's just gonna send me there?
An observatory. A
I don't really
place for a
appreciate that.
man to witness the magnificence of the universe. But such insights are not what the Champion of Light is looking for. He has come to find a weapon.
Does it at least let me travel back? There's a motel room I still needed to explore. What the fuck? Not the biggest fan of that. Yep, and then I'm gonna get fog gated. Okay.
Welcome back, listeners. As you know, I'm Eddie Rodman, and I'm still talking to old gods of Asgard, who are doing their big comeback tour. How's that been going for you? Odin?
Splendid! I'm having the time of my life. You know, I didn't realize how much I'd missed that.
And what about you, Tor?
It's okay, you know.
Well, this must bring back a lot of memories.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful to be back on stage. If it wasn't for my knee, I'd feel like a young man again.
Well, speaking of that, I hate to keep harping on this age thing, but I gotta tell you, I've heard your new songs, guys, and you sound really good.
Thank you.
And, this may be a touchy subject, but to be blunt, you really don't sound, well, old. I mean the difference between your speaking voice and your singing voice, it's pretty striking.
What the hell are you talking about? You saying it's not us singing on that record?
What? What's he talking about?
No, I'm not saying that, guys, but I can't help noticing the difference.
Son, you're on thin ice.
You calling me a liar?
Whoa, hey, let me just step in here for a moment, boys. Yeah, Eddie, they do sound different, but believe me, we're not talking Milli Vanilli here. These guys are the real deal. Why don't you come to the gig tomorrow night and see for yourself? Once they get on that stage, boom, things get real.
Really?
Believe me, they play like they're possessed. It's almost like magic. Look, you see my boys play, you see the old gods for real. These guys project a lot of power. They're not lightweights, you know what I'm saying?
All right, Barry, I'll see if I can make it. Now, let's take another quick break here, and after that, we'll play the new Old Gods of Asgard single. Don't you go away.
There's a lot of verticality here that wasn't in the base game, like, at all. How many pages are we looking at? 15, 20? 15. You'll be shocked to learn I don't have 15. What is this, 10? Oh, okay, so there's 16 here.
I've seen the enemy, and it's me. I've faced dark horrors before, things that live in the unimaginable pressures of the world beyond our own. Sometimes they masquerade as humans. That's what ultimately lurks inside Mr. Scrooge. He's every mean-spirited tabloid story about me, an evil caricature, a creature formed in that vague territory of misconceptions, half-truths, and the dark imagination of people who heard a story about me. An urban legend made flesh, a serial killer, my dark half, brought to life by the power of Cauldron Lake.
I think that's just exposition, like it being something brought, or like the dark parts of him, people's perception specifically. But if that's true, I wonder if he wasn't popular like he is, if it would be the same, you know? Because like people aren't going to have like any perception of you if you're not famous. You gonna go out before I get here? No. Okay. This is a weird spot for visitor parking to be. I was just thinking how interesting it is that we haven't died, but I think I picked the easy difficulty for this, didn't I? I'm almost regretting it though, because the enemies aren't giving me that like tenseness that I had from the base game, and I wonder if that's in part due to ooh, do I want the carbine? Not with that few rounds, I don't think. But yeah, I feel like I'm not getting, you know, nervous and tense like I was playing the base game. And I can't help but wonder if that is maybe due to the difficulty.
The pressure of success got to me. My wife Alice was the sole thing in my life that anchored me. Suddenly it wasn't enough. I couldn't write anymore. I distracted myself with wild parties and whatever trouble I could scare up. I wallowed in the drama of my life, sure that Alice would stick with me even though she didn't sign up to be the lifeline of a tortured artist. It was my dumb luck she's not the type to give up.
It's so interesting hearing about Alice when I hated her. I mean, hate is a strong word, but I thought she was kind of a bitch. Hello? I wonder if maybe she'll play a bigger role in Alan Wake 2. That could definitely be interesting.
I've carried a flashlight and a gun for so long that I feel naked without either. It's all too often that I need them. The darkness protects the taken. Shadows crawl over their forms like living things, protecting them from harm. Blows that would injure or kill a human outright mean nothing to them as long as the darkness persists. But light makes them vulnerable. Light burns the shadows away. The darkness that drives them is still in them, but now they're vulnerable. Flashlight and gun. Sometimes it feels they're all I have left.
It's interesting for that page to directly follow, like, him talking about how Alice anchors him. Although I suppose Alice isn't here anymore, so that might make sense, but just an interesting juxtaposition, I suppose. Okay, so we've kind of made a loop around the observatory. I suppose we'll see if we can get inside.
Hello? I'm Dr. Rachel Meadows, and... Wait a moment, it's you! I can't believe you dare show your face around here again.
The voice acting is pretty weak in this compared to the base game.
Go away.
It wasn't me. I just look like him.
Are you serious? That's what you're going with? Please!
I'm trying to stop him. You saw those shadow things trying to kill me, right? I bet he got along with them just fine.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right. Come on in.
Thank you.
That felt entirely too easy. Also, the mini-map says there's a page. There sure is. Look at that. Kind of forgot that they were marked on the mini-map until just now.
The spiders aren't really the work of the enemy. They're a side effect. A part of the Dark Place's less significant fauna that has managed to slip through the opening I made when I arrived. Less an animal than an idea that has assumed the form of an animal. Makes them no less dangerous, but at least they're a little easier to deal with. The darkness doesn't protect them like the Taken, and thus they can be destroyed by either light or bullets right away.
Those are the guys that can be split. I feel like I probably missed a page towards the beginning. And now I feel compelled to go try and find said page. The place we didn't go is over here originally, so... Oh, never mind. In front of the fire truck. Look at that. I even told myself I should explore around the front, and I just didn't.
As a storyteller, my first real love was crime. And it was in that genre that I finished my first novel, starring the perpetually miserable Alex Casey, whose entire life was a wound that never healed. The books sold as fast as they hit the shelves. I wrote 5 more Alex Casey books, and they all were bestsellers. I became rich. I became famous. Success brought pressure, and I didn't handle it very well.
Oh, this is just straight up open, and I didn't bother to explore. Okay. Well, that was silly of me. It looked like there was ammo here, maybe? Yeah. Bammo and Atteries. did go over here already. Yes? Yeah, we did. It seems like he can indeed run further than like 12 feet at a time, which is pretty sick. $40 manuscript pages? Okay, buddy.
Hey, buddy. I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you. There's a party next door. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A little beer, a little fun, you know? It's nice. Listen, this whole thing between us, it's a little weird for me too, you know? I mean, we don't just look the same, there's a lot we share. I mean, up here, I know you, right? So I was thinking maybe we could... These guys are getting out of control. Look, I feel like we're both victims of circumstance here. And maybe we could make some kind of effort to...
Seems like he's getting a little upset.
Never mind.
Dang. I thought he was gonna go strangle him at first, like use it as a garrote, but nope, he whatever
Just
you
a
would call
moment,
that.
I'll send a lift down to you. I didn't expect to see anyone here tonight, but I'm relieved to see an actual person. That's assuming this isn't some kind of cruel trick on your part, of course.
Why would you let me in if you thought that was remotely a possibility?
Doctor, the man who looked like me, what did he want here?
There's a strange astronomical event happening right now. Something I can't begin to classify, but I think it's disabled our satellite. There's a very peculiar signal that we're receiving.
A signal. That's what I'm here for.
Well, so was he. But he didn't seem to understand it at all. He got very angry, sabotaged our imaging array, and now we're blind. I believe the event is still going on, but we can't pick it up.
Is there something we can do?
What he broke is essentially just a special camera, but we can't use the telescope without it. There's a replacement in my car. If you can get that to me, we're back in business.
Consider it done.
Anything I can steal? No.
Good luck, and try to be careful. It's a very expensive part, and we don't have a replacement.
Well, you do.
Oh dear, that sounded more callous than I intended. Be safe.
You do have a replacement. I'm just gonna go get it. Wait, why is she parked over here? Why would she be parked in visitor parking? She works here. Go around, I'm sure that's locked. Also, cobwebs. Cobwebs. Hell yeah, they weren't here before. They must be introducing the spiders.
This must be her car.
Also, why does she have that in her car? Oh, those things got some donks to them. They're just fucking dragging them all over the ground. They've been pretty easy. They're what, one tapped? That's pretty good. Pretty good. They're not stunned by the light, which is kind of interesting. Is it above me? It says it's on the same level, but I wonder if it's actually above.
I found it!
Excellent. I'll operate the platform directly below the telescope so you can install the array. Don't worry, it's very easy. Hop on.
I'd like to hop on something if you know what I'm saying, girl.
Brilliant, you got it. I'll just run a quick diagnostic on it. Yes, it's in perfect order. All right, we're good to go. Let's take a look at the skies. Oh, bugger it all, we're overheating. I have to shut this down. There's a problem with the automated coolant system. Somebody just interrupted the flow.
So now what?
Well, you could go and open the secondary coolant flow valves manually. I know it's dangerous there, but, well...
I got it!
Please come talk to me if you have questions.
Just remember, you need to release all 3 valves. It doesn't matter what order you do it in.
Interesting. The save point like goes off your mini map if the light's out. It's a nice touch. I shouldn't say nice touch. It's nice attention to detail. I'm not sure if I like the backtracking or not. I'm leaning towards no. Although I guess they're sending us to different locations each time. I didn't necessarily have to go to these locations ahead of time. So it's not really backtracking. So I guess it's fine.
Okay, that should do it.
Forget about it. Just leave. You don't need to fight it. What are you doing with your life? The darkness can't hurt me on easy mode, so it's just trying to jump scare me. Ooh. Do I have to kill these guys before I can go in? Survey says... Nope. Later, boys.
I released all the valves, Doctor! Is it working?
Just bear with me a moment. Yes, I believe you've got it sorted. It's working again. Nicely done. That sounds like trouble. I don't think they're happy with our success. Look out, they found a way in. Just hold on a little longer. I've almost got it isolated.
I like how it gave me the little, like, good job animation. They're all dead. And then, like, there's definitely just one guy still waltzing towards me, clearly. Oh, we're still doing this? Okay.
Are you all right? That was intense. I'm sighted in now. I still have no idea what I'm looking at, but it's very strange indeed. Oh, where are my manners? Please, come on up. I'm sorry, I was distracted.
By my rugged good looks, right? You know, my wife doesn't exist in this dimension, so... Technically, I'm single.
Are we receiving the signal now?
Oh yes, it's coming in loud and clear. It's amazing. I'm not sure what it is yet, let alone where it's coming from, but it's interacting with our system somehow. Like it was intended for us. But I don't understand how that could be.
Maybe that's just how the story goes.
What?
Never mind. Is there a way I can hear it? Or however this is supposed to work?
I think the signal is incomplete somehow. But you should be getting a printout of it now.
What do you mean it's incomplete?
It's almost as if we're only getting a fragment of it.
I need the whole thing. This is important.
I'm sure it is, but this is all we're getting.
Did the man who looks like me get the whole thing?
He locked me out of the booth, so I have no way of knowing. But I can tell you that he didn't really seem to understand it.
So, what's in the sky?
It doesn't make any sense. The stars are just... they're wrong. I thought I'd be able to see something, but it's like I'm looking at a sky that's just... it's not the right sky. But that's impossible.
I consider myself a rational man, Doctor. But this isn't a thing you can measure or explain. I've seen impossible things that have taught me just to roll with some punches. It's either that, or go insane.
I find it disturbing that you sound like you're speaking from ample experience.
Yo, where's your printer? Oh.
A printout of a signal. It too is a weapon created by the Champion of Light. In its words, stirs a new reality. But it is incomplete, and yet it provides a roadmap for the man to follow, a course that will lead him to a place where he may confront his enemy.
Okay.
The drive-in. Once the site of lurid celluloid fantasies, it's now the site of an art exhibition. And yet, it's the search for closure rather than culture that brings the Champion of Light here.
Yo, Samurai versus Conquistador? Sounds like a banger.
He's gonna love me because I helped him. He said so. I've got bruises and all the right...
Oh, it's you. That's fantastic.
Are you okay?
Go away. No, I want you. But you'll get angry if you're here. So you gotta go. You know I'll do what you want.
Okay.
I love you so much. Did you know that love hurts? Are you gonna hurt me now? 'Cause you should.
Lady, you got darkness on the brain. I think I can help you if I can get the lights on in here.
You can't turn the power back on. It's not allowed. You said.
So, where shouldn't I go so I don't turn the power back on accidentally?
It's the big building on the other side of the drive-in, but it's locked.
Where's the key? Just so that I know to avoid it.
It's on the wall next to the cash register. But you can't. You can't. Don't be bad.
Hey, no problem. I'm just gonna go do some other stuff. Scout's honor. Just try to stay calm. I've seen this kind of thing before. I think you're gonna be okay.
Why is it so hard to think?
And we're back with Old Gods of Asgard and their manager, Barry Wheeler. Guys, you're on your comeback tour, and you're playing a lot of your classic material, but you've also got a new single out, right?
I don't know why, I just don't have the patience to listen to all that.
Hey, just in case there's a part of you in there that's freaking out right now, it's not your fault. I promise I'll do what I can to help you, okay?
I don't... Please go away.
Don't sweat it. I'm just saying that in case you really need to hear it, I've been there.
I think there are spiders in my eyes. I think you put them in me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go now.
Probably smart.
The man has encountered this before. People whose integrity has been suborned by the insidious touch of the darkness. He has experienced it himself, but merciful light burned away the darkness in his brain.
My right ear's block got worse. I didn't sleep much anymore. My life with Alice seemed like a constant fight. I was a wreck. Alice took steps. She booked a vacation in Bright Falls, a small town in Washington. It was supposed to be a chance to break out of the cycle I was in. She didn't know about the darkness in Cauldron Lake.
She didn't know about the darkness in Cauldron Lake, but she knew about the fucking doctor there that like treated artists, and she wanted to fucking commit me. Oh, she didn't know. It's okay. Like, she definitely had fucked up motivations, even if she didn't know about the Cauldron Lake darkness.
Whoa! Not good.
That was a big lad. What do we need? Like 45, 30. The problem is you don't know when the game's just gonna fucking teleport you away. You also don't know which locations you're gonna visit organically. So if you want to collect more manuscript pages, you kind of just gotta go get them and hope that you don't have to revisit the place. Ooh. I'll take a crossbow. Sure. That boy out. Can we get a 3-fer with it or something? I'm here for the crossbow. Is that the only thing that was here? Seems like it. Oh, dude, I totally forgot. They're bringing Dead Space to Game Pass at the end of this month, which is fucking perfect. Because I don't have to buy it on PC then.
The car seemed to sail through the crisp mountain air in slow motion, spinning around one axis almost lazily. The moment was hypnotic. Then it struck the pipeline in a shower of sparks, the impact turning the windshield into a burst of safety glass. As it hit the ground, I snapped out of my reverie. The car was rolling downhill, slowing down as every bump killed momentum but still coming. The fence wouldn't be enough to stop it.
So I'm gonna have a car thrown at me, is what you're saying? The car with the lights on seems suspicious.
Oh, look! Mr. Hero's here! You ready to save the day?
Can you kill them with straight light? I don't think I've tried. No, you cannot.
It's been 2 years since I came here. Being that long without Alice breaks my heart, and I know it broke hers. I know she thinks I'm dead. How could I blame her for that? It would be a crime to pretend that she owes me anything. She took all the stupid, self-indulgent bullshit I brought into her life and still stood by me. Still loved me. It's no betrayal. But I'm a better person now than I used to be. I want to be that person with her.
That is an interesting timeline. 2 years trapped here. I wonder, like, how he even knows what is going on with time. I hope this actor had a blast with this role, dude. This is the guy that grabbed the gun, got the juice. Is he gonna shoot him? No. Disappointing.
You are gonna shit yourself when you realize what I have done. Shut up!
If I shit myself, does that mean Mr. Scratch is also shitting himself? I don't know how this works. Another gun case we can't open. You thought. Why was the door green? Like, seems like an odd place to have a light, doesn't it? What about pages? We got any pages over here? I wonder how the darkness chooses who to protect, you know? Like, obviously, gameplay-wise, it's just you want bigger, burlier guys, and they'd have larger darkness meters. But, like, story-wise, I wonder how the darkness picks his favorites.
Alice, my wife, the best thing that ever happened to me. She smiles and the darkness lifts. For her, I've tried things I otherwise never would. I've never really minded if it's made me feel like a fool. She's a photographer, and the world she sees through her lenses is unique and beautiful. She has the vision. She sees things others don't and knows how to make them visible to everybody. She did it with me, too. She teased out things I was only vaguely aware of. She always saw me in the best possible light.
I suspect I'm gonna have to come here in a minute anyways, but I can get some ammo like right now. I was gonna say ammo anyways, but oh, we just did a big loop. Okay. Am I gonna get attacked in here? I'd be surprised if I didn't.
Okay, I should be able to figure this out.
Did I just guess that correctly? Okay. turn the lights on the guard building. Okie dokie. Can't carry any more flashbangs. Only have 5. Oh, what the heck? I guess we might as well fill up on ammo while we're here. Ooh. Okay. Might as well go hit a checkpoint.
You have no idea how badly you're screwed. It's gonna be a blast to watch you find out. Don't want to get hit by those.
Oh, that's cool. He's on the old silver screen. Ooh. I wonder if the theater light does anything to him. I wonder if we can get to the projection room. Probably the next step, isn't it? We get the code or something from the lady that has the hots for us. I feel like controlling someone's mind is bad enough, but then making them, you know, sexually attracted to you after you're already taking over their mind, that's like another level of fucked up. Ooh, hello boys. Be seeing you. I think there's somebody in my skull. Nice. Sounds pleasant.
No, don't. Oh, it's not. It's you. Did you help me?
Looks like you're feeling better now.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened. There was this guy.
Before you say anything, I know I look like him, but I'm not.
Don't worry. You just don't feel anything like he does. He was in my head. I feel like I need to take 50 showers.
Where is he?
That asshole wanted to get into the projector booth. He was talking about fixing things so the sun never comes up. God, it didn't seem that weird when he was saying it. It sounded really good at the time.
You weren't yourself. The projector booth. That sounds about right. I need to get in there.
I have the access code for the door. Here.
Thanks.
I'm just glad you showed up now. He said he'd be back after he'd arranged for some security.
So all the dot matrix printouts on the wall are the same that we got from the observatory.
Do you feel up to telling me what's going on here?
We have an art exhibition here, supposed to open tomorrow. I'm the curator. My name's Serena Valdivia.
Alan Wake.
Holy shit, it is you. I've seen you on the big screen. I know your wife.
You know Alice? Wait. Big screen.
Yeah, we have a film from her here. What the hell happened to you?
Getting back to Alice.
Oh, God, yeah, sorry. It's quite a coincidence that you're here. She made this short film. I mean, she shot it years ago. You're in it. It's a part of the exhibition.
I'm in a film?
Yeah, it's like... I mean, it's just footage she shot of you at some point, but she turned it into this thing. It's, almost like a memorial of sorts, because, you know, you're supposed to be dead. Or something.
Uh-huh. How's Alice? Is she all right?
She's okay, I guess, all things considered. I know her pretty well. You're really Alan? I can't believe you're here. Nobody knows what happened to you. But there are people who say they've seen you.
That wasn't me. He just looks the same. Like, you know.
Yeah, but that guy's a lot more slimy. The thought of him makes me... I hate him, but there's something about him, this... God, he's so creepy. Anyway, you're not like him. At all. I hope you can stop him.
Me too, sister. So now we need to go to the projection booth. I wonder if we're going to watch Alice's short film. That is my prediction.
That's the security system? I guess it was too much to hope for an alarm and a fat rat.
I suppose there's like one on each side. Yup, kind of. I like that they conveniently come out of the ground when you get close. Like, wouldn't it just be more secure to leave them in the ground? So people can't shine flashlights at them and throw flashbangs into them? Just a thought, maybe for future bad guys.
The champion of light can feel the fragment of the signal in his pocket, the weapon that can change what will be. It's incomplete, but it's all he has.
Are we sure that he's feeling a fragment in his pocket and not something else brought on by the artsy woman that he was talking to earlier? I'm going to take a quick break, and then we will resume playing Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Find me where the silence hides, 'cause I need a minute. I see now how it feels to be blind. Now I'm listening. So find me where the silence hides, 'cause I need distance. I can hear you now. Now I'm hidden. There's a place to build my ways, to build some walls around this precious porcelain. When I'm in pain, don't wanna walk away. Regenerate the better part of me. I just need a hideout. Give me good time out. Bend the air, release the pressure. Find some space to reach the Find me where the silence hides, 'cause I need a minute. I see now how it feels to be blind. Now I'm listening. So find me where the silence hides, 'cause I need distance. I can hear you now. Now I'm hidden. There's a place to build my ways, to build some walls around this precious porcelain. When I'm in pain, don't wanna walk away. Regenerate the better part of me. I just need a hideout. Give me your time out. Bend the air, release the pressure. Find some space to reach the present. Need a hide.
Hello. It was late at night. The summer was almost over. I want to play the game though. So have I not found enough? Sure.
Oh, hell, this isn't going right.
It's not?
You've been up to something, haven't you? Too bad it's not gonna do any good. I'm a better you than you ever will be, and I've got all the time in the world. Everything you've got's going to be mine. Your life. Your wife!
Is this like the kill screen?
What are you gonna do about it? The sun's never coming up now. I can keep this up forever. Show yourself! Whatever you say, buddy.
The rush of darkness is unstoppable. Time itself twists and tears, sweeping the champion of light back with its dark currents.
So if I follow the manuscript correctly...
Again, he enters the world, but now he sees the trap for what it is. A maze that loops back into itself.
I'm here again. He sent me back.
Does that mean that he has the ability to write manuscript pages like I do? Interesting. Oh, page. Where's the page?
In Bright Falls, I was constantly under attack by birds that were more shadow than flesh and feathers. But this is an evolution. Some of the Taken were actually capable of turning into a flock of birds to escape my attacks and turning back into human form to make surprise attacks.
When I heard the first line, I was hoping either they were like pterodactyls or that there were Taken riding flocks of birds. them turning into birds is not, it's just not as fun. More spiders. Got it.
Oh, not birds again. What the hell?
They're tanky, dude. Holy moly.
I'm trapped in the darkness. He has started appearing to me. Mr. He can travel back into the world effortlessly, and he loves to rub my face in it. At first, he was just an echo in the darkness, a flicker beyond the edge of my vision. Now he started showing himself, getting bolder all the time, telling me what a great time he's having in the world while I'm stuck here, and what he plans to do, especially to Alice. All the moves I have left are dangerous and desperate. I have no choice. I have to hunt him.
So I wonder what world I would be coming back to then, if he's been living in the world this whole time. Also, at some point, I don't remember like what I was looking at. Maybe I was looking at the differences between the remaster and the OG, but people were saying that you're not missing much by not playing this. I feel like there's a lot of lore in this that you would miss otherwise.
I don't make friends easily. I know plenty of people, but I don't let most of them close. I've known Barry Wheeler ever since we were little boys. We had the time of our lives. I'd get us in trouble, and he'd talk us out of it. Things haven't changed that much now that we're grown-ups. He's the most loyal and dependable person I've ever met, and all the things that count anyway. You could call him a weasel, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong. You could call him a clown, and I would reluctantly agree. But he has never let me down.
Birdies. I think we might have enough pages to open this ammo case now. Oh wait, no, this is the one that had the submachine gun, never mind. We can already open it. It's the one in the tunnel that we don't have.
Emma? You here?
Yeah, the submachine gun works great. There's also a nail gun I haven't tried, but I'm curious how good it is. Manuscript page is in here, right? Yeah.
Wow, it is you. I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then, just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them. Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there. Sorry.
It's good you didn't. You should be careful. I mean, really careful.
Yeah, I kinda remember something. Something bad happened to me, didn't it?
Forget it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
Yeah, okay. God, this is too weird. Am I going crazy here? Just go get that battery.
Try to stay calm. You're perfectly sane. We're caught in a time loop. That's why this is happening again.
I believe you. God, I feel like I might just lose it any second now. How come you're not freaking out over this?
Because on my personal weird shit-o-meter, this just doesn't rate.
Look, I know something happened to me before.
You're gonna be okay, if you just keep cool, okay?
Hey, you got some nails in your foot. You might want to get that checked out.
Thanks for getting this stuff for me. It's a big help.
I hope so. Are you gonna make everything blow up at the oil field again?
I have to.
Well, whatever the hell else you might be, at least you're not boring.
Just the battery. That'll save time.
They made every single, like, woman in this very attractive, regardless of their profession. Like, there's a hot mechanic, like a hot doctor in a very short, skin-tight dress, and then, like, the artsy lady.
Okay. So this chick just came up to me and said she's my biggest fan. I know. They all say that, right? And she's giving me the eye. So I make a couple of moves, we have a couple of drinks, and then things start happening. But I say I have to go to the bathroom first. Uh-oh, right? She's got no idea. Watch this. This is gonna be priceless.
Did I just get attacked by a chair?
That's nice.
I thought you'd like that. Are you tense? You feel a little tense.
Maybe a little. I had a crappy day.
Yeah?
Don't worry, it's improving real fast.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stop. It's just getting good.
Watch this. Yeah! Did you see that? Oh man, did you see her? Boom!
I think the other me might be a little crazy.
Night Springs doesn't exist. It's a fictional town from the TV show I used to work on. It was Any Place USA, a place we used as a backdrop for whatever strange story we had that week. One of the stories I wrote for the show involved a man, the champion of light, fighting his evil double, the Herald of Darkness. It was something I'd written back in the real world, something I had a link to, a framework I could build on. I had adapted it into a new story. This story.
So I wonder if these manuscript pages are new with this version of the area, or if I really just missed this many the first time. I feel like they're new.
Now Night Springs is in Arizona, although not for long. It's in Arizona because whatever the town that has become Night Springs is really called is located near one of the thin, worn places in the world where dreams and reality flow together and life is always a little strange. Perfect analogy for Night Springs. I can't return to the real world, I've tried, but I'm operating on dream logic, forcing the door open a crack so I can slip through. I can enter the strange little town of Night Springs. All I did was put it in Arizona for one night.
Oh, train tunnel. This wasn't
Well, this
here
should
before.
be perfectly safe.
Or it was blocked off. Interesting.
Now I just need her to charge this up.
Bad spider. Aiming the nail gun is not near as easy as aiming the SMG. Why? Like, why is it hard to aim the nail gun? It seems weird. Oh yeah, there's a gun in here, right? This is the 15-page gun, I think. What do we got? Magnum. 10-page gun. Give this bad boy a shot. Or 4 or 5 or 6. You know, however many times we need to. So I wonder if things play out like verbatim like they did last time. Am I going to go to the diner after this? Presumably.
Found the battery.
Okay, I'll charge it. Here. Try not to get killed.
Okay. I'm gonna take care of this. Try to stay calm.
Look, what if you stay here with me, please?
I'm sorry, but if I don't deal with this, no one else will.
Yeah, I guess. It's just that this is getting really creepy. I believe this is real, but I don't understand any of it. I'm getting scared. I can't believe you're so calm.
I get scared, but I've had a lot of time to get used to it. That helps. The guy who looks like me is the reason this is happening. I caught up with him, but he swept me back here.
Back in time.
Yeah, it's a trap. We'll be doing this forever unless I can break out of it.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm working on it. I came prepared, but things got kind of scrambled when I arrived. I'm tracking down the things I need.
Yeah, well, feel free to climb back into your DeLorean or whatever it is you do.
I wonder if maybe when we get to the theater, if we need to do the opposite of what the manuscript says. That makes, like, loose sense to me. Alright, time to make something go boom, eh? Oh, hey there, gentlemen. How you doing, eh? So the flashbangs aren't restocked from the ammo cabinet. Good to know.
Well, here we go again. Better get ready to run.
So yeah, CD, battery, oil flow. So we dupe. And then we gotta put the CD in. Did I not start the oil flow? Oh, I didn't do the QT. My bad. Sorry, I gotta just gotta mute the music real quick, cause of course you do. Boop. Are you a 2-shot or a 3-shot? 2-shot. So the Magnum's basically the crossbow, but better.
Could be in trouble. Better hurry.
Emma! I'm coming!
I knew something bad was gonna happen to me!
This is not the bad thing! Nothing!
A little ammo here.
Just keep your
Don't
head
mind me.
down!
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's safe now.
I got a really bad feeling about all of this.
I'm gonna need those keys to the diner now. There's a motel key there that I have to get.
Oh, hey, you don't have to do that. I have the motel master key. I work for the same company, you know. What's at the motel?
Well, there's a dead guy. He's got something I need to get into the Mount Redtooth Observatory.
God, that's awful. Hey, you wanted to know about the guy who looked like you, didn't you?
The last time you said he had a party, but you didn't go.
No, that's not true. I did go. It was really great at first, and then I didn't see it myself, but I hear he turned nasty. He hurt a bunch of guys pretty bad, and there was this girl, she died. But I didn't hear about that until afterwards. I thought that he was so charming.
And then he went to the diner.
That's right. I wasn't involved. I wasn't involved with that at all. I don't know what happened.
Fine. I need to check out these motel rooms. In the meantime, you stay here, okay? I'm serious. Keep the lights on and stay here.
Yeah, okay. You got it. I sure hope you're right about this.
You're gonna stay here this time, right?
Because the last time I didn't, and that thing, whatever it is, happened to me.
Yeah. I don't want you to get hurt again.
Don't worry, I'm gonna stay put. I don't remember what happened exactly, but I learned my lesson.
Good. It doesn't have to happen exactly the same way this time around. You proved that much when you went out and got those things for me. I think you're gonna be okay.
Let's hope you're right. Stay away! No! This wasn't supposed to happen again!
The memory of her own fate haunts Emma Sloan and fills her with dread. This time, she does as she's told. It's not enough to save her.
That's fucked up.
Alice and Barry, my wife and my best friend, are easily the two most important people in my life. And they've never really gotten along with each other. I suppose both of them resent the other's intrusions into what they considered their domain. After I was gone, they maintained an uneasy truce. My book stayed in print, still selling, the licensing machine churned away. She was my wife and controlled the intellectual property. He was my agent and took care of the business. I wish they found more common ground than that.
Okay, so here's the dead guy. But I want to check the other room if I can. But is it just the party room or is it something else? Where are you listening to this, right?
Okay, people, it's Eddie Rodman here with a few hours to kill. And there's nobody I'd rather spend them with. Nobody else in the whole world. Oh boy, that'll land me in hot water when I get back home, won't it? Well, just in case my wife is listening, and you always are, aren't you, baby? Let me tell you, you are the exception, honey. And the prettiest lady I ever saw to boot.
She's not his wife in the real world, unless she became his wife in the last 2 years since we've been trapped.
But I'd really like to spend some quality time with you listeners, because, tonight's one of those nights. You're sitting in the studio and you kind of forget how long it's been or what day it is. You just sit here and go through the motions, and you might as well have been here forever. You keep talking, but you don't even know what you're saying. It's like you're on automatic. You can't stop the ride and get off. It's times like these that I really wish that somebody would just call in and relieve my boredom. How about it? Anybody? Come on now, help a fella out. Our lines are open.
So we'll get the key and we'll go to the observatory. And that'll start the cutscene.
It's said that nobody knows what the future might bring, but for this man, it's no longer entirely true. A weaker man might simply give up, but the champion of light is an expert on destiny. Sometimes the puppet and puppeteer can be one and the same.
Mount Tedruth.
Mount Redtooth, its top littered with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
I wonder if the message piece that I get will be different from the last time. And maybe that's how we put together the whole message.
As history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
Better find Dr. Meadows' car. That's where the camera should be.
Could I turn the coolant on right away, I wonder?
Oh, praise be. You guys are coming through for me. A pretty little light just started blinking on my board here, and that means there's a caller out there. You know, when the hours stretch into eternity like this, when it feels like I'm stuck in a rut, just reliving the same endless night over and over. I feel genuinely touched by someone actually reaching out to me, breaking the monotony. I just want you to know that it really matters to me. Caller, you're on the air. You suck, Eddie! Did you know that this is my dream job? True fact?
I get nice and close. In the old shebang. So yeah, these pages are definitely new each time.
The atmosphere in the projection booth at the drive-in was charged, almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late at night. It'd been a hot day. The summer was nearing its end, but it wasn't over yet.
So that's what we were following in the projection booth.
When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
I wonder if we can turn the coolant as well. Probably not. There's a lot of people grabbing that. Ow, what hit me? Oh, that guy's throwing grenades. Do we got enough pages? Oh, we do. Give the hunting rifle a shot. Oh, there's a page right over here. We almost missed it.
There are places where our world is worn thin, and another reality brushes against ours. One such site is Cauldron Lake near Bright Falls, Washington. But there are others. That other reality is dark, vast, and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous. But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
So, the implication being that there's only two worlds, not like a many worlds type theory, just two. And that one world is ours and the other one is like the dark world? That is an interesting take on things.
The darkness rose from the depths of Cauldron Lake and took Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
I wonder if we missed any pages on our first trip through, because like there's no revisiting, I don't think. Oh, it's the bird enemies, eh? Get him with the old bolt action. No pages. Okay. Okay. I wonder how cohesive of a story all the manuscript pages are together.
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
I want to give the carbine a shot, since I didn't use it last time.
It's you! How dare you! No, wait. It isn't you. I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks. I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff.
MacGyver exists in both worlds, confirmed.
Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Okay, so there is a page outside.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed. I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will go
Don't start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Fine, I'll do the lore dialogue.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before.
Her being at a party, it makes much more sense why she's in a dress and heels. The first loop through, I was like, this is some weird misogynistic game developer bullshit, but like at least they gave a reason for it.
We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I, but I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor. For what it's worth, I'm a skeptic by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
That felt kind of pointless. Get some more ammunition. Stumble down the stairs. I like that we had time for a nice little conversation, even though they're actively sabotaging the coolant pipes. There's the manuscript page.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
What's in the weapon case? Do we have the juice? I don't think we do. Nope. I assumed they would just be like around the side of the building. Just ammo, right? Yeah. It just like ate my jump. That was weird. Do we need to check here for pages? No, this is where we got the hunting rifle, I think. Oh, I like this. It's a 2-shot on the big guys, so it should be a 1-shot on the little guys? Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. I don't even have to pay to unlock it. And it's a magazine, not a, oh, where are you?
These beams hate the light, am I correct?
Can you hear me?
You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way. All right, I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Oh no, I have to go the other way. However will I cope? Oh, this is a car that comes rolling down the hill. With each roll, it does blah blah blah, and I knew the fence wouldn't stop it.
I guess they didn't like that. Whole damn mountain's trying to kill me.
That was actually kind of spooky. I was not expecting the rocks. Well, I gotta check up here for pages. Just in case.
Shit! Wrong way. After my disappearance, they thought I was dead. I might as well have been. I know it's been 2 years. I know Alice has moved on. I've tried to find a way back to her, back to my life, but escaping the dark place is almost impossible. Time does strange things here, but dreams and radio signals can pierce the veil between the worlds. I catch glimpses and echoes of the world. Sometimes I send messages out. I can only pray that they hear them.
Dog, you're just making it so they have to go to fucking therapy. Ooh. Ow. Baby little bonky. Oh no, is this gonna be my first death? Can I make it to the light? Oh. Well, the answer to that question is no, because the light's gonna disappear. Ooh, you almost got me. I don't actually know how many pages I have. Later, Gators.
It's working. Please, come up here.
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light.
Sorry, Doctor.
Another
Just don't
printout.
care.
Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
So I wonder if we must have to go through one more time then.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Other side of the fence, okay.
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
How come I never knew it's this easy?
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
To be a bad girl.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes.
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen next, so there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility that we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us,
And that what we take to be freedom is nothing more than the move of a pawn on some cosmic chessboard, limited in scope, subject to the whims of unseen players,
existing only for their entertainment.
Or perhaps we're just a twisted reflection of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night Springs?
Dude, what?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
That was cool. There's a paper somewhere. I thought. Am I crazy? Said there was a manuscript page, right? It was like right there. Okay. Did I already get it? Am I crazy? Probably. Oh well. Had to happen sooner or later.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
I mean, the gal in the booth was practically throwing herself at me, so I probably could if I wanted to. Yeah, I looked for an FOV setting when I booted into the game, and there's just not one. I thought there should have been a paper over here last time. That's fun.
I have changed. I know who I am now. I know that I can write my own fate. Bright Falls taught me that. I know that indulging my weaknesses, giving in to fear and complacency will only drag me down. The Dark Place taught me that. I'm no Zen master. I've not attained enlightenment. But I have learned to let go of the things that I don't need. I know that without that balance within, I become my own worst enemy. Now I strive for equilibrium, and with that, I'm strong enough to get where I want.
I don't want the crossbow, so we'll just skip it. Did I miss this area last time? No. We could do the sawed-off shotgun, but I don't think it's going to be better than our carbine. Booga booga.
want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Well, our wife, really. Just my wife's name. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her worse. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be.
Oh, I need to go down there. Oops.
It takes my breath away. Really, she's that good.
Did I just hear a rattlesnake? I feel like I did. I also forgot the music is turned off.
You're like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
Interesting, the sound for the animation plays out in its entirety for reloading. Later, boys. We get attacked here, right? I don't remember. Thought we did. Ooh, there's spiders
For
here this
Serena
time.
Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
So it was left and right last time to turn on the power. Oh. Is that outside? Yeah, that's outside. Dokie. Gotta go left. The page. I guess we'll hop over here first. What the heck is that? I hate the thing go under the power. It's so unfair. I definitely think SMG for my first weapon and carbine for my second weapon is the play. The Magnum is obviously fantastic, but it's not great for the enemies I want to use it on.
The dark place is utterly hostile to human life. It eats at your mind, wants you to succumb to madness. Your own thoughts can turn against you. Every shadow conceals a threat that attacks at the slightest sign of weakness. You're under endless assault. Every day is a struggle for survival. But I've learned to take care of myself. I focus on Alice, our life together, my need to be with her. That takes me a long way in the dark place, as long as I have my gun and the flashlight.
Might as well pick up the checkpoint. Even though it just gave me one, I'll pick up another one.
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
Oh yeah, the security system. I forgot already. Ooh, sorry, didn't mean to not pay attention to you. I just want ammo. I hate that the or that the flashbang doesn't destroy all three pillars. Oh, page. I don't think we made it over there last time either.
I have created the weapon that can put an end to this, a blueprint to a new reality. All I have to do is survive long enough to use it. My arrival from the dark place will be painful and difficult. These pages may be lost, but one way or another, I'll send the parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful than I am, but he can't change the rules in the middle of the game. He's not a creator. I am.
Well, we gotta go check out the little shack over here. I'm betting I missed a page over here last time.
The trap Mr. has set for me is as simple as it is impossible. Whenever I reach him, he sends me back to the beginning of the maze. It's a loop in time. I go through it only to end up where I started. There's a brutal genius to it. If I die, it's over for me. If I survive, I end up where I started. Sooner or later, the odds will catch up with me. And in the meantime, he gets to toy with me. But that's why I have a chance. He's caught in this pattern just as much as I am. I know where he'll be, and I'm prepared.
Gentlemen? Maybe next time. So it's the pipes that always get destroyed with the flashbang. Let's see if that's right. Ding, ding, ding. Sure was. It's also my eyes that get destroyed with the flashbang.
The champion of light knows that the time itself is about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing, but maybe it's enough.
There was a film noir poster visible. A spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. Okay. There was a noir film poster visible. Where are the posters? Ah. I wonder if you could guess this correctly.
No, it's not enough. You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
Time folds back on itself. Again, his senses scream as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures.
Kind of crazy that his shirt's still so clean, you know?
Each time he gets a little closer. Each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
Okay, so we want the SMG back when we get there. Gotta remember. Oh, spooky, scary, not Chainsaw Man.
Shit! What are you, the King Hillbilly?
Goodness.
Thor and Odin Anderson, old gods of Asgard. I still don't quite know what to make of them. I know they used to be rock stars who modeled their stage personas after Norse gods. I know they're old. I know that in their day they fought the darkness as I do. I know they're demented and insane, ravaged by age and self-abuse. But there's something in them, something powerful that took hold when they were touched by the powers beyond. A thing that goes far beyond just stage names. Something godlike.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Interesting. Maybe I'll remember to turn it back on this time. Unskippable, by the way. It hasn't changed yet, the cutscene. Oh. He hit me. That's not very nice.
Next stop, saving Emma.
Yeah, right, bro. No shot. I guess I could just kill you. Oh, there's another big guy. Another Juicy Lucy.
Is it bad that this time I just went, oh, he's gonna be right along to save my ass?
Not as long as I show up, I guess. Clear now.
Oh yeah, I want the SMG. I remembered. Good job. Oh, okay. Didn't want to be on the case, but you know.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough. You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Are the manuscript pages in the hotel room, or at least one of them's outside?
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he was the kind of man mothers warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not gonna keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Al? Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do. I actually kinda like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that?
I hope him and the sheriff got together.
I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah.
There's another page over here, though, I saw on the radar, but it might be in a building? Or not.
I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as tall as normal men and stronger than forklifts, their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings to mind some kind of mean-spirited caricature of a feeble-minded hillbilly.
I wonder... So there's either 3 more pages in this area, or we missed pages last time. It's hard to know. We didn't go to the diner last time, although maybe we should have. Or maybe the pages are cumulative. Actually, that would be sick. That would be very cool of them.
With all the herbs, crystals, and the rest of her New Age paraphernalia, Emma Sloan had been called a hippie and a freak and worse. It was that small-town mentality. She was a female mechanic, and even in 2011, there were always going to be backward shit-kickers who thought that was a hoot. She didn't mind. She could deal. She could take any engine apart, even the new ones with all the computers in them. Turned out that these boys were awful polite while waiting for her to put them back together.
Oh yeah, turn the music back on. So yeah, now I'm wondering if maybe the pages just... New pages appear with each run, but maybe they don't disappear from the previous run. I hope that's the case. Dang, one more.
Getting the Andersons into the recording studio was a struggle and a half. But once they actually picked up the instruments, something happened. They were 2 old men, and they weren't. They were doddering bags of bone, and they were barely contained power. And there was music. Barry rubbed his hands together. He knew how to pick a winner. Now all they needed was some direction on how to make things a little more modern. Barry had never produced a thing in his life, but he knew what he liked. He knew Balance Slays the Demon was going to be a hit.
So where haven't I been? Over here, I guess? I do not remember what's in the case. Oh, the Magnum that we got last time. Got it, got it, got it. Oh, hello, gentlemen. I'm not actually here to fight, if you can believe it. I'm just here to check out for some manuscript pages. And you know I'm not seeing any, so I'll just be moving on. I missed one somewhere, but I really don't know if I can be arsed to go back and get it. Ooh. Have a flag.
Well, art lovers, are you feeling neglected? You shouldn't. You know Eddie Rodman's got love for you, which is why I actually hauled myself out of bed before noon, just so I could record an interview for your pleasure. Enjoy. Now, as I'm sure you all know, the annual Night Springs Visual Art Show is coming around again, and that's a big deal for all of us that are in the culture business. If you can call it a business. That's a little controversial, I know.
Oh, that's okay. Money makes the world go around, no doubt about it.
And that's one of my guests here at the studio, Serena Valdivia. She's a curator at the Night Springs Gallery of Visual Arts, and she's in charge of the NSVA Film Festival, held this year at the old Night Springs Drive-In Theater.
Hello, Eddie. It's great to be here. And let me just say that it's a wonderful venue.
Absolutely. And Withers is one of the...
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead.
Wait, she said she took the keys off the dead guy. But why do I have to explore the hotel rooms? That's confusing. What? Okay.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life, For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this. Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows, he will have what he needs.
So I wonder if we can secure the coolant tanks right away now?
Hello, I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
Gates locked? Gates locked. Oh, they're climbing the fence. Interesting. Okay. Oops. That in. Thank you for opening the gate, sir. Much obliged. See you later, alligator.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Be right there, Doctor.
Like, I don't need to see this again. I was hoping I don't almost die in this segment again.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. This act of creation is exhilarating and frightening. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect. Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? What is really real? Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow, or go insane.
Dang, just missing two. No items thrown at me this time. Did I just try to reload? Why, yes, I did. Do I want the combat shotgun? I really kind of like the carbine. Yeah, I feel like I gotta go check the other places. Only missing 2 pages. I gotta at least look.
The man before Dr. Meadows was handsome and slick. He moved with lazy confidence and didn't bother to pretend that he wasn't staring at her. She didn't mind, at first. Then the man flicked open the knife and shoved her out of the control room so she wouldn't hear the signal, whatever it was. Outside, she pulled her lab coat closed and thought about running. She didn't. She didn't think she'd get very far. Not from him. She never was entirely sure why he spared her.
It's interesting to think about, I mean, I guess we'll have an answer pretty soon, but I was gonna say it's interesting to think about how different the sequel is going to be. Because obviously it's going to be same universe, similar characters, probably a lot of the same gameplay mechanics, but gaming has come like a long way since then, right? Since this game came out. And it's going to be interesting to see, like, did the meteoric rise of Souls games have any impact on Alan Wake? Like, are there going to be Metroidvania aspects to the game? Because Metroidvanias have seen a resurgence too. Like, it's crazy to think about how much the gaming landscape has changed since this game came out. And I'm curious how much that's impacted the development. I haven't played Control, which is another game by Remedy, so maybe Alan Wake 2 will just kind of be an evolution of Control in a lot of ways. But I think they're pretty disparate games, Control and Alan Wake, so I'm curious. We only have to wait another like 10 days to find out, but I probably won't watch too much gameplay of Alan Wake 2 so I can avoid some spoilers. I don't think there's gonna be a page out here, but I'm gonna double check to be like triple sure. Yeah, I think we're safe.
Come on in.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts. At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self. Here, I don't let anything drag me down. Ha!
Count! You need to protect the telescope or we can't complete the signal.
Let me just get some ammo here. It's a lot less epic without the music, I'll say that. Anyways, so I started blasting. Ooh. Snuck up on me. Come on, I saw you spawn. And that happened because I didn't secure the power? Question mark?
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but...
The signal! Yes, it's completed.
Finally.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
I wanted to be done already, but I also don't want to end and like have 10 minutes of the game to play. So we're just sticking it out.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
I'm definitely thinking my theory about them not removing manuscript pages was wrong. I definitely think they have them.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
I grabbed the SMG to use against spiders, and watch, there's not going to be any spiders here. Haha, you thought. Oh, you know what? It might be all three now. I didn't even think about that. Oh. Are there any clues? Okay, so it's not left. It's not middle right. Is it just right? Oh, we can't run through the middle this time, I just realized. They put obstacles in the way. Have a flare. You guys earned it. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, you gotta be quick like that. Oh, why'd you disappear? Oh, and the fence was knocked down that time, so we could just wander through. Interesting. I like all the subtle changes they've made so
Never
far.
getting out of this wake. Never. Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life. You're starting to sound a little desperate.
Two of them at the same time? No way. Is this actually like good damage? I don't even know. Good enough damage, I suppose.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
Oh, there's a page over here. We might be able to hit 45, but I think we're going to be a little shy of 50. Oh, we're already at 47.
When the
Never
dark
mind.
man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. "Pay attention," he said. "Business first." His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Creepy. I kind of want to go check on Serena this time.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
Oh, there's a page over here.
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death, but now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend, and they've left a mark, I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
Ah, yes.
Around for a while now, you know?
Powers I can't comprehend.
Indisposed.
Being able to make flashlights brighter.
I've been busy. I operate in the shadows. Not always literally, you understand? I'm a little more resilient than those I've taken. But I do my best work in the dark. And there's so much darkness out there that goes deep. And the things that live in it are fast, big bastards. They don't mind getting a little bit of elbow room. All that chaos and madness, it doesn't really do that much down there. It's like pouring a glass of water into the ocean, right? But up here, yeah, you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through. But first, I had to take care of you. You party pooper. You're stuck in an eternal cycle now. The sun's never coming up for you.
Interesting that the checkpoint triggers just like always exist. Like I'm obviously not meant to do anything over here this time other than maybe get some pages, but I triggered a checkpoint anyways.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about. Something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
I kind of thought that that Alice's film might be the secret to the fight or whatever.
Oh, hey.
I'm hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
Don't think about that.
I don't think of anything but.
That's true. Or I shouldn't say that's true, that's fair. Dang. We're gonna make it through having gotten 50 out of 53 pages. That is kind of brutal.
Anybody could walk in.
The clothes I wear now I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them. We were very happy. I'm sheathed in good memories to remind myself of what is at stake.
Do something. Oh, look at this.
So even though I rescued her, she has her, like, cringe darkness dialogue? Interesting. It's probably just an oversight. I wonder if the flares would be effective at destroying the dark fountains. I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah. Not quite as quick as the flashbangs, but they work pretty well. You thought, big boy. Sayonara.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Okie dokie. It does not say playing, it just says in. That ought to be it.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my life.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last.
I would be a lot more
Are these
touched if I did
actual
not hate her.
events, or merely a dream, a memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
I'm so happy they did like a Night Springs spin-off game. No, oh wait, just more stars? Okay. I might give arcade mode a shot when we play next. And by might, I mean probably. Oh, that is the story for Alan Wake American Nightmare, though. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed that quite a bit. They changed it up like plenty from the base game, that playing them back to back didn't feel stale. The story was obviously not as intricate and, like, I wouldn't say lower effort, but just, yeah, not as intricate. But still, like, carried it through. Like, Groundhog Day is a classic thing, and I feel like the universe that this is in is a good setting for it. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool DLC. I'm excited to try out the arcade mode next time, which will probably be Thursday. And I hope to see everybody then. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy. Peace.